Hello world! Wave Time here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Now just to give you a bit of a fair warning, I don't really have anything planned for this episode, but I will be going out later today, meaning that I don't really have later today in meaning that I have 45 minutes to manage to record this episode, start the compilation, and then be done the compilation by the time I actually end this episode. So I think it's better to have a perhaps subpar episode instead of no episode whatsoever. I'm hoping that you'll like that, but if not, I don't really blame you, but what not, you have been warned. Now, I do have this darkness generator still going. It has 2 seeds of darkness, probably enough for a few more void ingots for braziers of souls. Not enough for a brazier of souls yet, because I'm kind of cheap that way, but whatever. So what I think I'm going to do is start my EE room. This EE room is going to be kind of similar in the dimensions of this Thaumcraft room, but I don't really have much time to do all the architectural shenanigans that will be required. Now, this room will also be connected to the logistics network, so I'll have to add that in. Also, I might have some sort of thematic, a courtyard that will go here. That'll be 12, so I'll want to move it over. Anyways, what's going to be in this EEPower, the EE room? 2, 3, 4. Well, what's going to need to be in there are some of the basic appliances, which include all the condensers and energy collectors and stuff, and thus it will need all of that glowstone lovely dovey stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I need one more for a good 21. Now, I'll need relays, condensers, collectors, and I'm not sure the other stuff. Maybe a repairing alchemical chest, though that's pretty much the epitome of all of the EE machines that we have. If we look at some of the stuff, there's not really... we can have some dark matter furnaces eventually, and red matter furnaces. But we're currently not at the point where that would be economical or sane. So we're going to have to cut that out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Horrible. I is horrible. Okay, let's just cut these out. So I'll stop when this gets all the way. And now let's just do a simple count. 1, 2, and 21. Okay, that's good. So we can wall this in and we'll be able to start with some of our EE goodness. Let's not worry about any sort of wall. In fact, we might want to eventually expand this because, well, this is rather small considering that our EE power is going to need a lot of power. Okay, now many of the rooms that we'll need to make. Sorry, just need to do some other stuff. Let's see. I got 16 Eternalist fuel. That's not really much. And I still have some power stored in each of these collectors. And, well, enough power where it's a very, very, very good idea to get all of it out. So what I'll just do is use some magical wizardry just to take all of that out. Come back here. Thank you. And then we'll want to start making some sort of way to collect all of this matter. Now, the thing that worries me the most is the fact that, well, what worries me? The thing is that we don't really have much in the way of materials where we'll be able to start up the processes. Stop speaking when you don't know what to say, okay? Okay. Sigh. What we're going to need to do is have some sort of way to have a good way to collect all enough matter to be able to actually do all of this starting up a huge 17 by 5 solar array. We probably have enough raw materials to just get by. In fact, that might be enough, but our system is still going to need a bit more to be able to make it economical. Now, what I could do is put this thing to good use and just have it continually make eternalist fuel for a while. Oh, crack. That was a bad move. One moment, I gotta repair that. Okay, frame here, that, there, ha! And now I'm stuck, aren't I? Yay. Anyways, now, what I should do is get this quarry moving again, so I should reposition this part, since it is a removable thing and whatnot, and position it so that I'll be able to use the mining rig again. Now that won't be too much of an issue. All it requires is just some fancy moving back to this place, so I should do that. And why I would do that is so that I can start mining slightly more. And where's that frame? Thank you. Mining slightly more so that I'll be able to get enough materials, even if it's just the ingots and all that. Now, the clever mind will realize that this stuff is but ugly. Like, just horrible, horrible, horrible ugliness that will not be allowed. Now, that means that, well, what does it mean, Wei? Basically, I'm going to have to cover up, oh, fudge, cover up the stuff with dirt. I'll probably eventually, when I get that rig done, just continually fill it up. Maybe get some sort of protocols that it will make put dirt everywhere. But I still don't have some process in which I'll be able to create. Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, I need to basically put a program on this thing so that it'll be able to fill in a certain area without clogging up the blueprint. So, anyways, enough talk about that. I'll just move this thing way over there. Somehow it will be a bit of a process, but whatnot. This is one thing we're allowed to skip. Hooray. Okay, I got this system calibrated and moved up a bit. So what I'm going to do is pick some sort of spot in which that I'll know that it'll be able to continually work and whatnot. So I will need to get my arcane seal eventually back. It's somewhere probably obvious where I probably can't find it. Let's see. Ooh, I got enough for the chunk loading seal. Yippee-ki-yay. Redstone torches are annoying to find. Shut up. Okay. I think this is good enough of a height, so let's put this down, this down, this down, like the heck out of us. I'll need to put those magic essences in my program. Not program, but you know what I mean. I at least hope so. Anyways, okay. 3 back from here, I want to go to basically 260, no, negative 310. And I'll want it to go, okay, 319, negative 310. 319, negative 310 might be good enough. It'll be a good starting point, at least. 319, negative 310, go to, hoping calibration is good and this actually moves. No, there seems to be some sort of connection issue. I'd have no idea what. Let's see. I have no idea. Okay. I'll just try to fix this, see what the hell's going wrong. Yay. Oh, I see what's wrong. That solves it. Nah, I just forgot the torch. That helps, so the calibration's off and it's going to kill us all, but what could possibly go wrong? Okay, I fixed it and figure that it'll have enough reason to go over here. Now, I did find the perfect spot for it to come to, which is actually 319, negative 319. Wow, that is actually pretty perfect considering. It's right here. So basically the boundary of the chunks, and which I found by cheating. I mean by using this to bring us over here. Thank you. You have served your purpose. So after bringing it over, way over here, I'm going to set the boundaries so that it will be a 32 by 32 by like 80 or something, and that should eventually give us enough matter for us to start with. Now, there are probably other ways we can use our matter, mainly our gray matter, haha, to be able to do some clever trickery, and that is probably to just craft a heckle of a lot of dusts out of the ores that we have. Now, since we do have some industrial craft upgrades, we can probably just do that manually to save. It won't save time, I know. I'm a horrible person, but at least we can go with the things that will give us the most, which is the silver ore. And we only have that silver ore. Now, we're not going to bother smelting each of them. Just throw them into our alchemical chests of condensingness, so that we'll be able to get our maximum benefit from it. Now, take that, and that. And we can take this gold dust. In fact, that will give us 9 diamonds, which should be enough for a few pretty pennies. So throw this in. Hopefully, we should keep that just in case. Heck with it. We got enough charcoal. Okay, threw that in there. Turn it to eternalist fuel. That will be good enough. That's still not far enough. In fact, I think it froze for some reason. Please tell me you didn't freeze. Huh? I probably put in the coordinates wrong. Yeah, I did. Oh well, I'll just bring it back way over there, figure out what to do. Time lapse! Now, while that's going, we can probably do a few other things. Now, overclocker upgrades do take a lot of energy, so we should probably keep our lava generation rig going for as long as possible. Now, we only do have one solar panel on it, and that isn't really much to keep this sustained. We probably have more than enough charcoal to keep it running for forever and beyond, but that's immaterial since this will take probably no time at all really to power. Now, this isn't really powering, meaning that there's probably no lava whatsoever in our system. That's a shame, really, considering that this is quite a bit of tubing. And, wow, we don't really actually have any lava in our system. Let's just do a quick peek on that since we don't really have anything better to do. Why are you always getting in my way? Downwards! And, strangely enough, we don't have any lava in our system. Now, there is a bunch of lava over there, so we might be able to trick it into thinking that there's a bit more lava. Now, it's kind of unfortunate because I kind of destroyed the lava thing that it was connected to, meaning the pipes. Ooh, don't fall in. But that might be enough for a connection if I re-add my pipes. There's so many jokes that could be had, though I do know. Ooh, that's a lot of lava. This is so much lava, it's unbelievable. Now that means there's so much energy that I could have, though I do not know how I'd be able to easily get it everywhere. Oh my goodness. Now, do I have enough energy? Yes, I do. So I can just keep on flying. Ooh, diamonds. That'll be well, getting diamonds might be an easy way to do things. And no, I will not use my pickaxe when I am this close because I do not have a dark hole band. Also a good way to get crystals since I won't be down here at all afterwards. Veep. Now, uranium, I'll take. Dang it. Yes, you heard my real name. Whatever. I think I'll just edit that out since you won't need to hear it. Smart way, smart way, smart way. That was a good way. Anyways, let's... Ouch. Breathe carefully and don't drop the seeds. Okay. Now that I have my first problem of being set on fire, I can go back and have a nice little jaunt back up if I can actually find where I have my escape. To the surface. For those of you saying, just use any highway, what's the problem with that way? Screw yourselves. Okay, now that's still going to be running. Unfortunately, I left the chunk loaded block area, so it had to stop because it just didn't like me, and it's going, but obviously it doesn't like me. So I guess I'm gonna have to reboot this bloody thing again. Yay. You see, computers hate me. You know that? Computers just bloody well hate me. Okay, 0 IOX. That should reset it. 0 IOX. That's better. Now let's recalibrate it and everything. Now that we have some sanity in the world again, we can just find one of our trusty alchemical chests and throw the rest of this stuff in. Maybe a little of the Eternalist fuel also, since we will want that. Now, just to have a reference, we will want energy collectors in our system. And we got 3 extra energy collectors with the single one that we have right now. We're also going to need that energy relay, which we can craft a bit. We can probably craft 1 extra, and that will be a little extra fun and insurance. Let's just grab the relay that we have right now since we're going to deconstruct this thing anyways. Why not have a little extra help? Yes, Wei, you need help. I don't know if you know this, but you do. Thanks, Wei. Thanks a lot. Okay. Got that. Bone. I have a bone to pick with you, buddy. We can go way back, get 1 extra energy collector because that's all we're going to... Antimatter relay, because that's all we're going to need. And that's good. And actually that goes like really quickly with the antimatter relay. Maybe it's a lot less because of some reason. Anyways, get some more diamonds just because I like diamonds. That's almost in position. So why don't we just wait for it to be in position and then we'll be able to start. Now I did change it slightly so it will be off slightly. So I have the calibration set to the center point instead because some people were complaining for some reason. And now we're going to have to move it slightly. So we're going to need to do plus Z and minus X. That'll bring it 2 forward and 2 to our right. Then because there's a grass layer for our quarry, am I in the area? Is it in? Yes, it is. Okay, let's just assume it is and be gone with it. Let's not assume and actually do some math. Isn't that science? That is science. Actually, it's magic waste. Shut up. Okay, minus Y so that we can get that. Now let's get the dimensions of this. 32, 32, 85, dimensions. I think that's how, yep, it says right in the words up there. Now I'm going to save this program as Quarry Mach, what is it, 4? Yeah, it's 4. Let's just go Quarry Mach 4, that'll be good. And let's actually start this system. Now it will slowly mine the grass also, which is a godsend. And it will be nice and slow and whatnot. Now it will be in this magical area of hope and wonder. Guess where that came from. Don't say it, I will kill you. Anyways. Wowway, you are very mean today. Let's just get this over with. Now, we will want to expand this slightly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and expand it. Okay, I think that's good. We might have to check, double check the spacing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and there should be 15 on the other side, so that's good. This is the center. Hey, center, nice to meet you. Now, all of our stuff is eventually going to go to one centralized chest. Centralized. Yeah, I want this to be like a big array of stuff so that I'll be able to just go in, see the progress of the entire setup, and maybe have only this one system connected to the logistics pipe network, because oh, God knows how dangerous it could be if every single little thing is connected. Now, let's take this and have a little look. Solar flowers. The typical solar flower, which is what we're going to start with, is a simple 17 by 5 solar array. Now, 17 by 5 basically says how many collectors there are versus how many relays there are. And it starts pretty much with a condenser in the middle to have all of the energy go to it. Then it goes relay, energy, collector. So let's have the first one start here for fun, and have this go here, and this go here, with collector, 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 collect, collect, and heck with it, let's just put the extra collector there. Now, this isn't the optimized setup. That's much is obvious. Let's just put that there until I manage to get my eternalist field there. It's not optimized because, well, the optimum setup is when you have a high relay to collector setup, because the relays, funnily enough, they actually make matter. They actually generate their own EMC, which is reliant on the number of collectors that they have around them. So actually the maximum efficiency that we can get from this setup is if we actually have some of these relays surrounded by more collectors. Now the collector won't generate as much energy if it's underneath the relay. In fact, the relay does generate its own light source, and at the Mach 3 level, it generates enough EMC to be a light source to be able to power the collectors at 100% efficiency. Now, the problem with this setup right now is the fact that it's small, for one, yes, but the relays, they generate when having 5 next to them, and if you're taking all of them as Mach 3 machines, the Mach 3 relay actually generates more than the Mach 3 collectors. So there is some fancy alchemical math involved, but eventually it equates to this. The more collectors, the more relays to collectors you have, the more energy that you can make. Now, there is a setup that is not exactly the best looking, but it gets the job done. It's basically a checkered board array. So you have like relay, 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 not relay, relay, and relays. imagine the air is collectors, and it continues on like that, like an infinite sheet. To get the others, you'll have an equally dispersed way at the bottom. So relay like that, relay here, and etc. Now you'll also put the collectors at the bottom of the relays so that they can generate the EMC from it. So the relays act as relays, funnily enough, for the energy so that they can continue. Now, obviously, this setup is not exactly the biggest there is. Bow chick bow wow. It's not the biggest there is, and there still needs to be a bit more work, but eventually there's like some sort of growth rate, like 17,000 seconds will double the array or something like that. And that is a lot of time, so basically I have to wait a bit, and since I still have these crystals that will need harvesting at like regular intervals, it will be a lot of waiting and waiting and waiting. Hey, look, I also have seeds of darkness that will need waiting. Also, this aura rating will need waiting. And guess what? There is a lot of waiting involved. So let's just make this one more V's crystal thing. And actually, let's do one more thing. Let's suck. And we have probably 9,000 V's right now. So, you know what that means. Haha. Now, I don't know what disjunction does, but I don't care. Let's find out. So, waiting for this. It'll enchant. Go at a painfully slow process. But, well. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. I hope that you were entertained during this episode because, frankly, there may be a bit more waiting in the future. Wave time. Signing off. Have a wonderful day. Did I mention the waiting for the quarry? No, I didn't. Probably didn't I? Well, guess I have one more thing to wait for. Yay.